think it's fair enough for me to throw him under the bus and say that he might actually well be in love with Faith. I think she is the other woman, which is A-OK. I would say that I related to Faith quite a lot as I got older. There were definitely parts in my life where her story felt incredibly relatable.
j'arrive à hold my edge vocal.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Ocast, your island gateway to all things geek. I'm Cal, and, well, welcome back. You can see the assembled gang here tonight, so I think you know what's going down. And I will immediately hand over to our Lady of Ceremonies tonight. Rhiannon, take it away.
Hello. So it is absolutely lovely to see you all here this evening. You know what time it is? It is season 3 time. I'm going to jump straight right in and say hello to my co-hosts this evening. Would you all care to introduce yourselves? We have our watcher, Graeme.
Hello. Hello, it's Graeme. I'm here again. Live from the library in Sunnydale.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you've totally come dressed for the occasion. Yeah, there's no notes. Absolutely no notes, Graeme. You look amazing. And although we have lost her slightly to the next island along recently, we are absolutely delighted to see you back amongst us, Alena and Yanka, for tonight. How are we?
Hello, I'm great. We're great, me and Anyanka. I'm just a bit disappointed that Graeme didn't take a book of Vampire and slammed it on the desk in front of us.
Yes, Graeme. Next time you must do. There you go. There's some notes from improvement. Next time we expect better.
But
I'm already starting to think like Anya. Just like looking for the most efficient way to.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't tell him like you needed more money. That's the only way that could have been more Anya coded. I love it. Amazing. But yeah, so as I said, we're gonna jump into season 3 tonight, which again, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm excited every time. There's not anything not to love about the buff, or is there? So I think we will start by doing our usual run through. Can we list and name our favourite episodes of season 3? Anyone want to take us off? What are our highlights?
I think in the interests of fairness that you should get to go first this time.
What, me?
Yeah.
Me? What
because we're suspecting that you're the biggest fan of this season out of the 3 of us.
Yes.
Really? Interesting. I mean, to be fair, I think I just find it hard not to love it all, but I do have some standout favourites. I'm probably going to say that the thing that stands out to me about this season the most is the arrival of a gem. A new Slayer is in town and goes by the name of Faith. And I'm just excited to have her here in every episode that she touches, to be honest. And however, the one I'm going to go for is probably the one just before she gets here, I believe, which is Bad Candy. I love Bad Candy. I think it's a great episode. It is filled with... I love getting this little snapshot into Ripper. I feel like whilst we have not yet been blessed with a spin-off regarding, or a prequel regarding the antics of Rupert Giles, which if anyone out there is listening, please give it to us. I want nothing more than a Ripper prequel. And I love the fact that we get to see a bit of that. I love seeing more of Joyce actually as well. And generally I can't not mention Snyder, because Snyder gets some great moments in this, and I think it's just, honestly, as an all-over, it's one of those episodes of Buffy that's really fun, and I'm okay with it. Like, does it further the plot hugely? I mean, maybe parts of it does, and obviously Ethan Rayne comes back, and again, I've said in the last episode we did, actually, I think I like the fact that he's a bit of a recurring face of mischief. But yeah, what do you guys think? What would you pull out of Bad Candy?
I had Bad Candy noted down as my favourite episode because I thought nobody else would have picked it.
Mate, I'm sorry.
But that's okay.
Yeah, well, that's good. 2 for 2 on Bad Candy. We love it. Yes, there are other good ones. So why is it your favourite, Graeme? Why did you pick it?
So again, but very similar reasons. It's the total subversion of particularly Snyder, who goes from the sort of previously discussed how much he actually hates kids to seeing him what he was like when he was young. Young Ripper is just a thing. Joyce going from being such almost a neurotic
feral.
mum. Yeah, she goes from being almost kind of neurotic at the start of the episode and the rest of the season, really, to just, feral's the right word for it. She's
cutting
and it's
loose.
just so much more character.
I tell you, I want that jacket. I want that jacket show. I mean, I know they nick it out of the shop window, but I'm there like, you know what? She's got good taste. Good taste.
Yeah. Well, Buffy had to get it from someone, right?
Right, you are. Right, you are. Absolutely.
Justice for Joyce.
Justice for Joyce. Justice.
She's more than an annoying mum.
Yeah. And let's be honest, we did all cheer a wee bit when Giles and Joyce hooked up.
Yeah. Twice.
Yep.
And even that, I think it's nice because it is definitely one of those like callback kind of episodes. For me, when I think of Buffy, Band Candy stands out. Like it's one of those ones where I always remember finding it a bit entertaining. And again, as Buffy, something that I've grown up with, the older you get, I think you kind of start relating to that a little bit more. And then you're like, I am no longer what one would describe as the kids. And yes, actually PM and shouting at parenting my children to not be running off and murdering vampires sounds like something I would probably say. So yeah, so I like it. I think it's fun to see them in a different light.
Is it Band Candy that they listen to Tales of Brave Ulysses, the Cream song as well? When
I think
Giles
so.
is
I think you're right.
Introducing Joyce to it. Yeah. That comes back later.
Yeah, and they're sat and he's doing his hair and he's like smoking a cigarette in the living room. And she's like, oh my God, you're so cool. Like, I love that for her. Joyce. We've all been there. God bless. Yeah. It's almost like that thing in Barbie film when they're talking about Ken, sitting there playing on the guitar. He gets like his records out and is being like, these are my records. And Joyce is like, oh, wow, you're so cool. Like,
you have records.
The classic. Yeah. You have records. Wow. I love it. So what we saying, Alena and Yanka? What's our favourite?
Well, obviously, Anyanka would say probably The Wish. However, I'm noticing that I'm always, as my favorite, I'm always picking episodes where there's like a shadow side exploration. So, it's and I'm going to start with saying that it's hard to pick the best one, and probably, I would pick like at least 5. But I'm gonna go with Doppelgangland because we get to see dark side of Willow that we already saw earlier in the season, and there's some very important foreshadowing as well in that one. Yeah, I just also I have to say the first quarter of the season is quite hard for me to watch because of Willow's and Xander's whatever. So then when it's like finally over,
when the pain ends.
when it's finally over, and also like I didn't really actually like the Vampire Willow when it shows. It's in The Wish, right? Earlier in the season. Because I'm not really into this like insane maniac vampire, but cute persona.
I have to say that I was quite into it, but maybe for different reasons.
Well, we're going to discuss.
I think I might have the same reasons as you.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I think that at the time when I started watching Buffy, I didn't quite realise that I also liked girls. And about 5 minutes into seeing Evil Willow, I went, oh. So I think that is real possible that was my sort of bisexual awakening alongside, the Mummy in general. But yeah, Dark Willow was a mood. She was a whole mood for me personally. But I understand what you mean, sort of like as that being almost like her juxtaposition, like her as a character, that's supposed to be like almost like her complete opposite, which in a way, or the way that it's presented in the timeline is that this is like the alternate universe and this is the alternative to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's interesting that those are the kind of qualities that they honed in on her for being a vampire or for being Willow in this universe. And I can see why that might not be the vibe. But as you know, as she says, she's
Well,
what? Carry on.
Well, no, I was just gonna say it makes sense. So, just to clarify, like it makes sense that she would be like that as a vampire. It's just
okay.
personally, yeah. It's just personally to me, it's like that's all like what I struggle with Willow altogether. This like adorable or adorkable, even like how she changes words to make them sound cuter. It's not at all the type of femininity I can relate to. Efficient violence.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Yes.
like I said in the Doppelgangland, I actually like that character because I guess they're both there. So yeah.
Excellent. So I guess that also kind of touches on some of the things that are our lesser, not as much of a favourite parts of the series as well. Graeme, do you have any that spring to mind?
I'm going to go all in on the Zeppo because one Xander, bad enough. Two Xanders, what are you doing to us? It's the
like,
whole
why
episode.
did you make us sit through that?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just so frustrating. It doesn't add anything to the overall story. It's like a one-off episode again for that kind of the self-insert. The whole title of it's the play on the Marx Brothers and like the most superfluous of the Marx Brothers. That's what Xander is to the Scooby Gang. I just can't stand it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that. I mean, do I feel bad that like every episode we kind of lightly slag Xander off to a degree? Do I feel bad? No, I don't actually, and in fact, I will encourage it. Yeah,
and the whole hookup with Faith while we're there.
I mean,
just
again, I understand, but at the same time, it is this whole insert situation every time. And I think the second your bubble is shattered and you realize that actually is what Joss has done, you're just like, I can't actually cope, which is a shame because before I was aware of that bubble, I think I actually had more time for Xander as a character than I do now.
Yeah.
And it's like the second that becomes clear, I was just like, I now hate this and I hate everything about it.
Yeah. I think even if after the hookup, if there'd been some sort of development for him as a character where he was maybe a little bit more secure in himself, then okay, fine, it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
But and just with where
it's just that kind of like oh, it's me, and you're like,
yes,
I feel like I missed. Yeah, it's like okay, like, and it's like so you had consensual physical relationship with this person, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't see why you were owed any more time from her. Confused. It was just it kind of felt like I was meant to feel sorry for him, and I did not. Owl, as usual.
Yeah, I think there was like one moment in the entire season when I felt positive about Xander, which was when he agrees or when he shows up. Yeah, when I felt positive about him. When he shows up to the library and offering to help Buffy and Giles research what's going on with Angel, kind of like it's like the Christmassy episode, right? So Christmassy Xander was okay for me. But then in the moment when I thought, oh, he's so nice, I thought, no, he's doing for the first time like a normal friendly thing. And that's why I think he's nice.
Something that's not totally self-serving in every way.
I was going to say in that exact moment, he puts his own... Probably the one time where he does get over his own, what's the word, issues, and thinks about the greater good.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I think it's probably the first and last time. It's like, that's it, folks. We have identified the first and last time that Xander does not do something entirely self-serving as a character. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I'm just trying to think what else. Okay, this is maybe just me, because actually I think it is a good episode in a way, but I really can't cope with gingerbread. I don't know if it's because it's good that it stresses me out. And it might be. I think it's that whole thing with being like, you need to get the bad girls, and like the little kids and like the mums all being so annoying. Like I was just like, I think I just find it. It's again, I think it is a good episode, and by the end of it, you're going like, when they realise there was other children, the children are the same children, it's repeating, and it's the gingerbread story. And the bit at the end when she stabs it through the neck, and she's just going like, "Did I get it? Did I get it?" It's like, did I get it? It's like, it's funny. I don't know. I think it's the fact that, like, yeah, the MOO acronym. Actually, you know what? I go back on this.
Yeah.
It's actually not that it's a bad episode in any way. It's that it perfectly captures how I feel about it, which is that Buffy's going, "Are you actually insane? Like, you're all here." And don't get me wrong, I'm assuming this is a metaphor for something bigger, which is that these children have died, and actually they're not choosing to do anything productive to change. Like, you know what I mean? They're not actually doing anything. They're just kind of conflating whilst also ignoring maybe the sort of major issue that actually needs to happen. Don't know. Maybe that's me. But yeah, Moo,
No,
what an annoying.
definitely. I agree that it's a hard episode to watch, although it's good. And it's almost like, if the characters, if I were treating them as a psychologist or counselor, I would totally expect that Buffy's mom always or Joyce, why do I call her Buffy's mom? She has identity, and now she leads Moo. So, but she's in denial about what's really happening, and we can imagine that most parents in Sunnydale are in denial, because otherwise they would pack their kids and move away.
Yeah.
And then it's like when it finally is triggered, or like the curtain is lift, they just overreact and develop in this almost like crowd. I almost want to say crowd psychosis. It's just like
like a sort of a complete mob, mob thing at the end. Yeah.
And while as always there's some like dark magic in it, right? It's not like just them reacting like that. It kind of like ties neatly with the rest of the situation in Sunnydale.
Totally. Yes, you have
It's an
far
allegory
more
for
eloquently than I managed to put that into words, because that is exactly what I meant. So thank you. It's like, for anyone out there, I feel like I'm running on like 20% today. So thank you so much for saying that. I think you're spot on.
It is an allegory for the Salem witch trials, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine so.
The mob getting
I think it's
carried away
probably
and
like
so on.
Hey, do you want to know a fun fact? Do you want to know a fun fact about the Salem witch trials? Actually, so I was raised in a fun fact. So it was Salem witch trials is actually it was the biggest witch trials in British written legal history, because it was still part of the British colonies at the time, and the same papers that were used to try the witches of Lancaster were shipped over to Salem. I know this because my hometown is Lancaster. But yeah, so technically Salem is the biggest witch trials in British written legal history. There you go.
Oh,
fun fact.
That's interesting.
That is a fun fact.
If you find things like that fun, I mean, that's possibly just a window into the things that I find fun, which is maybe kind of tragic. But
it's dark fun.
Yes, I was going to say, yeah, it's dark fun, and it was witch relevant.
Yeah.
So there you go. It could be worse.
Anyanka approves.
Anyanka approves. Excellent. We love to see it. She was probably there, to be fair. What was I thinking? Another moment I'd like to actually put into my love category is the prom. When Buffy gets her umbrella.
Yeah.
Have I got that
Class
the right way
protector.
around? That is in season
Yes.
3, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, class protector.
Prom,
Episode 20.
It's right at the end. It's just before graduation, isn't it?
Yes.
Graduation part 1. Yeah, I think that is just like, honestly, is it possibly like one of the only times that Buffy actually gets a genuine pat on the back from like anyone? Like, other than just constantly being told how she could do better at saving the world and dying several times. I think it might be like one of the few times that people genuinely turn around and be like, no, you are absolutely solid. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And so I love to see our girl getting recognized, even by the mere mortals. You know, they don't even know to what extent, but it's that her goodness on the huge scale has been felt even by the people just kind of next to her. And obviously it being Jonathan that gives it to her after we've had Earshot, which I think was
After
just like a
Earshot,
couple of episodes before that. I know it's at the back end of the which again is a very, for many reasons, I'm sure, a very sensitive episode for a lot of folk. And yeah, it was actually brought, I think, a really nice human element to it, because it's like, you know, these gestures, thoughtful gestures, go quite a long way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was nice to see her win for a change.
And it was almost like, you know, the episode Dead Man's Party, where she gets basically the second episode after she comes back to Sunnydale, and everybody is like going after her, which I find really hard to watch, and I
can't cope.
I just hate all the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not the one.
So it's almost like that's like the opposite episode, the prom. And in between you have the wish, where we see what Sunnydale would look like if Buffy never arrived, which is also kind of like, you know, nobody tells her, nobody appreciates her, which, like, obviously the gesture with the umbrella is way more important because she actually gets to enjoy that. But even there we see that, people don't know what they have in Sunnydale.
No, people don't know what they have, and yeah, it's nice just letting she actually, I think it's like one of those one moments where she actually gets what she's always wanted, which is like a regular teenage girl human moment for a split second, for one night. She gets that, and actually I like that, because obviously, you know, like, that's what everyone hopes prom will be. Like, everybody hopes prom will be that you get a nice award, or you win a crown, or you do a thing, and then you get to dance with somebody. And like, in the ideal of like what prom should be, that's generally the thoughts associated with it. And it's just, I think it's nice that for once our girl gets it, and I like that.
Yeah,
I think especially given how the season started with Anne, where she's more or less makes the conscious choice to go back to that life. Because she could have stayed in LA, she could have stayed working is it Helen's Kitchen? But there's that moment where she fights the overseer and says, "I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer." And, you know, she said the thing, first of all. She said the title. So, but it's that moment where she has almost came to terms with her identity in that way. That she got to pretend she was Anne for a little while, but she actually is Buffy.
Mm-hmm. She is the buff. Lady Buff of Buffonia. No, there's a lot of, I think you're right, actually. This season has quite a lot of sort of identity. What would the world be if she wasn't there, or if the world was different? You know, like these kind of like slight alterations to the reality, where we almost get all of our what ifs answered in different ways. So like with the wish, with her being Anne, it's like you're kind of sitting in a daydreamy, oh, what if this had happened kind of motion, and we get a lot of that in season 3, and I kind of like it, because actually for them, they're at that kind of crucial point where they are graduating high school. They are saying, oh, what does the rest of my life look like? And, you know, Buffy with Faith's arrival as well, start, you know, obviously for a hot sec there, we think it might be another option where she can just be like, go and live her own life and do her own thing. And yeah, it's definitely interesting. And also, you know, to just touch back on Dead Man's Party, because it would be nothing without saying, do you like my mask? Isn't it pretty? it raises the dead, which I think is I dream and pray that he actually had like that was just added in, that he was just said that. Like I hope it wasn't scripted. And he was just like, that? Isn't it pretty? It raises the dead. Like, it's class. It's amazing.
Americans.
Yeah, Americans. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So let me think. What else have we got? Oh, the introduction of probably my favourite villain ever. I think it would be fair to say that we do have some excellent villains in this season. What do we think, guys?
The mayor.
Well, I don't think you're talking about the mayor.
No, I am talking about the mayor. I'm absolutely talking about the mayor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I love the mayor. I love the mayor. Genuinely. Yep. I think he is hilarious.
Yeah, well, I definitely like the mayor as the big bad of the season. I was just half expecting that you will say Faith, so that's why. But I almost...
Oh, no, I am.
I almost want to see a spin-off that would be the mayor and Glory in some like demon dimension, removed from Sunnydale, just exchanging their career stories.
That would be fun. I would like to see the mayor and
100%.
Snyder having an odd couple sort of set up at home.
I am sad that we didn't get a little bit more of the mayor and Snyder. Like, I would have loved like just some awkward elevator chat.
Yep.
That's the only thing that I would have wanted more of. Is just to see them kind of I really also enjoy the dynamic where you see Snyder being such a little rodent around him, where he's like such a mere bootlicker, and I kind of enjoy it. Like, actually, how else are you going to go other than the school being eaten by a giant snake? Like, it just felt right. It just felt right.
Yeah, that's just how you graduate.
I might be slightly... It's just how you graduate. I mean, I was sad we didn't get one, Where was my giant snake? That's what I have to say. But no, I do think, well, you're not wrong, Alena. Introduction of great villains. Faith is a great villain, and I think she's very complex. She's a very multifaceted character. She tugs on a lot of heartstrings for a lot of different reasons. Some people, I will give a shout out to my partner here. I think it's fair enough for me to throw him under the bus and say that he might actually well be in love with Faith. I think she is the other woman, which is a-okay. It's understandable at the very least. But yeah, she is fantastic and very complicated. And actually, I would say that I related to Faith quite a lot as I got older. There were definitely parts in my life where her story felt incredibly relatable and gave a space for that in TV, where you could see a character arc and you could feel empathy for this person. You can see how they developed. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was redemption for her, and whilst obviously things that she did were very, very, very wrong, there was healing, as we see, rightly or wrongly, in very odd situations, in very odd circumstances through season 4. If I'm right in thinking as well, as as I say, I do apologise. I'm not operating on all my percentage today, so I'm a little bit slower on the recall. But yes,
I think as well with Faith.
What are we thinking? So we've got.
I'm thinking as well with Faith that you've almost got that thing where it's the mayor has stepped in and taken advantage of what was a tragic accident, and then used that to manipulate her.
Yeah. Really did.
And for the one of slightly different circumstances, that could easily have been Buffy.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, and did you notice that in this season they are constantly bringing up the ethical dimension of being a Slayer in a world with people without supernatural abilities? Because already in the episode Gingerbread or Ginger House, this fairy tale has a different name in Czech, and it's always tripping me up when I'm trying to remember the name of the episode.
That's okay. It's Gingerbread, I think.
Yes, thank you. That's where Buffy at first, when she's under this, like, I'm guessing, like, spell of this demon, she's talking about if human did this, she basically contemplates killing people and like avenging crime that should be dealt with a legal system rather than a slayer. It's the topics are already like there and starts popping up. Like, is the slayer entitled to act outside of law, and to what extent? Because she does have to, like, of course she is acting out with the legal system, strictly speaking, but then of course it's really explored with Faith.
Yeah, I think she kind of gives maybe the audience the space to do that as well, because I think if we explored all of those themes with Buffy would become that slightly less than perfect in a way that might be difficult for part of the do you know what I mean? Like, as a fan base, the people that are gonna find a comfort in Faith's character are gonna do that. And actually I think that does need to be separate from Buffy, or else that's almost like, don't get me wrong, whilst it would be phenomenal to see someone portray all of those flaws and all of those character parts, actually that would have been a huge job for Sarah Michelle Gellar to do. Do you know what I mean? And to do consistently throughout for the rest of the seasons. Whereas to have actually those split as the mirror of each other, as the sort of, as another what if. Like, it's the what if of Wish, it's the what if of Faith, it's the what if is for me, I think possibly the underlying theme of this whole series is that. And actually what it allows us to do is that little bit of relief, where if Faith if that story feels a bit too much, do you know what I mean? You don't have to necessarily connect with that the whole time. But equally, I kind of like seeing her break out of school for once. Like, you know what? Like, go party. Go party. Do that. Obviously not
What do you
condoning
think
it,
about
because I'm more Joyce these days, but
what do you think about the introduction of Wesley?
I find it weird forever that he dates Cordy, and I will never move off that hill. Yeah.
Yeah,
what
he's actually,
if he hadn't dated Cordelia.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's actually quite ethically not great. I don't want to say ambiguous because that sounds too sophisticated for him. But yes, him entertaining the idea of relationship with Cordelia, and then also, he turns out that he's actually very cowardly, or like, it's not even, I mean, there's nothing wrong about people being afraid for their lives, but that he's willing to, sacrifice other people to save his own neck. He's presented like this like foolish, silly man, but actually it's quite unpleasant.
I think it is whether or not they intentionally did that, like whether that was their intention or not. You're absolutely right. Like, they actually created this quite a sinister character, where it's like, you've got this guy who is like, oh, well, I didn't know, so that's fine. And you're like, no, just because you're willfully ignorant of the fact does not make it fine. It's like, which is a shame, because in a way, actually, I think Wesley could have been more. And I think that maybe, there's elements of that we see develop in Angel at a later time. Like, but obviously we don't see that in this series. And if this is all you ever see of him, that's all you're ever going to think. And even when I was younger, I have to say that when Wesley was hitting on Cordy, I was like, no,
that's not okay.
This doesn't sit with me. And I'm like, no, Joss, you sneaky dog, have you put yourself in there again?
Have you done it again?
I'm like, interesting. Have you done it again, Joss? Because this feels a little bit like, what would you do if you had in fact been Xander but a teacher? Like, it's just,
Now, I was gonna say, those are the moments when Spike talking about dragging Drusilla back and torturing her until she loves him makes you feel like, oh, that's nice.
That's wholesome.
What's wrong with a bit of good old-fashioned, wholesome torturing Drusilla conversation? I mean, Drew would probably love that. In his defense, he's probably being really thoughtful. She is.
And I've just got to say, on the
Drew.
Wesley thing, this is a memory I had which is one of the times Giles acted completely out of character, where he encourages Wesley to go after Cordelia,
Yes.
basically saying, "She's 18, bruv, away you go." Acting like that is just so non-Giles. You think he would be protective being in school with Buffy and Cordy. He would actually be a bit more, he wouldn't just go to, "Away you go, mate, aye, naked wink wink," kind of, almost he did.
That was the prom, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because
And
like,
it is, it's
if
just-
that'd been Wesley going after Buffy, you can bet your ass Giles wouldn't have encouraged it. It's, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
then
as
reveals that it
always.
was not intentional, like it wasn't intentionally showed as like a wrong thing. It's just kind of
Yeah.
sneaked in there from someone's subconscious.
I wonder whose, we all say together. Yeah, it's difficult because actually there was a way that could have been presented. You know, these children are going through incredibly adult themes, incredibly adult relationship, adult situations. Okay, the adults in their life might not know about it, but that's how the show is presented. And what we could have done is actually had an insightful conversation with regards to this like older guy being like, "Hi Cordelia, you appear to be having adult conversations. I would like to have an adult relationship with you." And for someone to turn around and go, "Give them the childhood we could afford them. We can't necessarily, you know, protect them from the world, but we can protect them from you." And where was that? Like, and I personally think that was actually a massively missed opportunity to have a conversation that needs to be had with some people, apparently. Like, apparently, some people need telling that one does not try to date. Are they 16, 17 in this? Are they 16?
Yeah,
I can't even remember. How old are they supposed to be in this season?
No, they're 18 in that because there's specific mention of Cordelia is now 18. So it's like Giles is saying, "Well, you've got the green traffic light now, bruv." You know, it's that kind of very blokey moment, which is very
Buffy
out of character for Giles.
Yeah. So it's in Helpless. Oh yes, of course, because it's Buffy's 18th in Helpless, isn't it?
Yeah.
But still, you just go like, okay, yeah, I know that literally. I don't know. That's what I mean. I apologise, all OCAS listeners. I'm not quite here today. I've got one foot in the alternate realm with Evil Willow. That's my excuse. I wish, I think that, but it's still a conversation that could have been had. It's like, yes, she's just turned 18, but good Lord, take a minute, please.
Yeah, I think as
Still
well,
could have
like
been
Cal
had.
says, it being out of character for Giles is brought even more into focus when you think about Helpless, because in Helpless, Giles goes against his so-called duty to do what's right by Buffy and to do what's right by that paternal relationship that he has with that child. Well, 18-year-old, still a child. And it's just, it's so out of character. On a lighter note regarding Helpless.
It's interesting. Go on.
Did you spot who played Kralik? It's Jeff Kober, who we later see as Rack.
No way. There you go. I hadn't realised that. I saw him in something recently, though. And the whole time, literally, came on screen for like 2 seconds, and I was like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, that's Rack. I'm gonna have to remember what it was. I'll ask my partner next time, because it was something recently, and I spotted him. But yeah, no, just briefly swinging back to Helpless, actually, because I think I actually mentally blocked that out of my mind because it's so deeply traumatic. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? We all start talking about the series, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's the best thing that's ever happened to TV. And then we we break the series down, and then I get sad. Why does this always happen? No, because actually there were all these things that were really awful.
But is that not in keeping with the show to some extent as well?
I mean, yes, I think you're right.
We want to come at it with it being this pure perfect thing. But when we actually look at it, just like what happens in the show, everything has its flaws. Every character has their flaws. Everyone at some point does something that's so out of the character that they had built up till that point, then I think that there's something very honest about that, actually. And that we're able to sit however many years later and say, look, despite all these flaws, we still love this show. We acknowledge the flaws, and we will absolutely call out where there's things that need to be called out. But if we're doing checks and balances overall, I think there's more positive things that come out of the show than negatives. But that's not diminishing the negatives and not ignoring them.
I think as well, like, for example, with Helpless, like, Giles acknowledging by the end of it that just because it's the done thing, it shouldn't be the thing that he, you know what I mean, he shouldn't have done it. Again, is actually a conversation probably quite a lot of people need to hear. That, like, just because something is what you do, as in his instance, like a parent figure or somebody, like, just because that's what everybody does, doesn't necessarily mean what you should be doing that as well. And so, as always, I say the lessons and the things that you carry. What I like about this show, as you rightly say, like, you can take things away from it and you can think on them. And actually, growing up with it or coming back to it and watching it, I think you will always resonate with one, something new every time. And you can kind of go, here are the imperfections, but also here are all the things that really stand out. And here we are talking about it how many years post, and there's probably a really good reason for that. It made an impact, and art should impact you.
Obviously, what you brought up there in terms of the not doing the done thing, it's so relevant. Our day jobs, for example, how often do we hear in our day jobs, well, this is the way it's always been done? Well, tough doesn't make it right.
Too often. Yeah,
be very careful with my wording.
But it's difficult, isn't it? I think that there's sometimes, as people, naturally you want to be hopeful, and you like to think that you surround yourself with other people that want to be hopeful and work towards a better world. And actually, I think sometimes that's the reason why I resonate with Buffy. As you say, it's these imperfections, and they pick them up and they learn with them and they grow with them, and they allow these experiences to change their characters. And that's why I was saying about the sort of the Buffy Faith split, is actually, if you gave Buffy all of this character development, my God, the rest of them would look like a shadow in comparison to and they already sometimes do, to the behemoth that is Queen Buff herself. So it's, it's all about having that balance and that space to process, and Buffy definitely gives us that.
Suppose I'll ask you guys, how do you feel about there's a whole lot of cheating going on in this season? Xander, Willow, Cordelia, all of them. Do you think that got a bit too much into teen angst, or do you think it was necessary for the story and the characters?
Yeah, I don't see what that did to the story at all. Also, I think it's a shame because like, cheating is something many people will experience, and there are so many prejudices around it, and so much blame is being placed without interesting questions being asked. And here it's just this, like, I get ick every time I see, like, Willow and Xander flirt. I don't see the chemistry really. It feels really out of place for me.
There is a part of me that goes, okay, if what you were trying to do was demonstrate that not all male-female relationships have to have a purpose that ends in some kind of physical or sexual relation, I'm like, if that was the point you were trying to make, one, you kind of underdeveloped it, and two, you just didn't need it to be there. It's like it just, but we all know that's not why it was there. And it kind of upsets me because I'm like, actually, again, as you say, Alena, like, we could have had actually kind of like an insightful conversation, or if someone had been, or if they did do it and then we had sort of development, fine, but it's just the kind of the hollowness and the insecurity and it's just like, in a way, okay, is it showing us all of their bad qualities, or sort of the qualities that they're most conscious of at the time? Maybe, I don't know, but I just feel like it just wasn't done in the right way, if that's what they were trying to talk about. And as you say, there's loads of people get cheated on. It's absolutely horrendous. I've been cheated on. It is the worst. And again, we could have had this in a way that didn't then ultimately fracture these relations in a way that's completely like irreparable for some things. Like, yes, people do these things and friends do get with each other and it's awkward and it's all, and at these ages and all the rest of it. But it's like, I just feel like the conversation wasn't there and Joss just wanted to get with Willow. I mean, Xander just got with Willow. Weird. Yeah. Not for me. Hard pass.
It's actually, I'm now that in hindsight, I'd said it was the prom for the whole Giles and Wesley thing. I actually think it's Lover's Walk, which puts all of the ick into, or most of the ick into one episode.
It does. It contains the ick quite well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But still.
I'm so salty about it. So salty. It's also what I hate about this, because I'm going to jump forward in time slightly, and I think we all probably know where I'm going. But for then when he says, I love you, Willow, how hollow does that because of that one stupid episode in season 3, that lost it just lost its pinch for me, and I hate him for it, because it could have been everything. As somebody who has a very close male best friend who I honestly think of as a brother in this life, and he is a fantastic human being, also a big Buffy fan, love to see it. It just, then I was like, what, why have you done this? Like, this could have been the most purest, and it could have been his one redeeming feature in the entire show, that no matter what, he had stood by Willow and everything for no kind of self-gain, and they ruined it. Just like, no. It's like, there we go. That's my firm. So there you go, Cal. That's how I feel about it.
What do you think of the finale? So, Graduate Day Parts 1 and 2, in terms of closing that chapter for high school for the Scoobs? Because I think it's pretty much
Alena?
Perfectly done.
Yeah, I just agree. I actually, when I was rewatching the season, I realized, I have such a clear memory of the 2 last episodes, whereas the rest, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this and this, but it just totally blanked, and it feels like, the way Buffy's and Faith's relationship is like culminating, and yes, this feeling of like we survived high school is just very much there. So I agree. Yes.
I think there's an element of foreshadowing of the end of the series entirely with this episode as well. Because if you think about how she rallies the entire class, she makes the Slayer army and arms them all and gives them the tools to fight back against the evil. Do we think that was a conscious foreshadowing?
I mean, the showdown did go
out of ideas?
Or a happy accident.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think maybe a little bit of both. I think take advantage of the fact that was the way that it was. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind either way, if it was a foreshadowing or if it was just simply the fact they went, what would be really nice if Buffy actually got to save them all. Like, it's kind of, she's righting a wrong in a way. And also, I don't know about anyone else, but it was so satisfying to go back to Sunnydale High, like right at the end, where you just go. And I don't know about anyone else, but if you've ever been back to your high school or your school, like your primary school or something, like if your kids or your friends go there or whatever, it is weird. It's like, I spent my entire life in this building and it doesn't know who, like, it's not anything that I recognize now. It's like, it's no one knows who I am and doesn't recognize, and I spent 10 years in this place. And it's like, that's kind of for them. It's like, it's so, when I think of Buffy, I think of the front of Sunnydale High. That's the first image that comes into my head. And I'd like the library, It's weird to me that we actually only see this for 3 seasons, because in my head, they're there forever. Like, that's where they are. So no, I think, to answer your first question, I think it was perfect. I think there's nothing more I could have wanted from them finishing high school. Blow it up on the way out. Too right. Giant snake, job done. And also, just being able to have that bookend at the end of season 7 is satisfying, I think. Definitely.
And it's true that the building is almost like another character in the show, and it feels right that it ceases to exist when they leave it. Like, it just wouldn't be okay for it to be there whilst they're at the prestigious Sunnydale University or whatever.
Yeah, I don't really remember anything about the college, uni, have to say. I wouldn't even know where to begin on campus, whereas I reckon I could get around Sunnydale High with reasonable confidence. I could find the music room. That would be fine. As long as I didn't get, absolutely murdered by a flautist on the way out. Why does she not come back? That's my ending comment. Why does she not come back? That would have been great.
So we haven't yet placed the season on our chart of best to the least best.
That is, I think I might actually have to take a second to think about this one, because I came in with such gusto, and now I am walking into the smoke and shadows like Angel on his way to LA.
Basically, speaking to us as beating you down.
Yeah, but it's also like, to be fair, actually, on my comment on that, also to end on the graduation day thing, Angel slinking off into the shadows, also the correct way for him to leave. I was okay with that. I thought that was right.
Sure.
I thought it felt it actually felt it right in the feels, gotta say. As much as, we see the comparison between Wesley and Cordelia's relationship, and then you see, like, he's like 200 million years old and Buffy's 16. Like, I'm guessing there's parallels we could have talked about there too, but at the same time, him slinking off into the shadows to LA felt right.
Having said to her
left the way he entered the show, really.
You have to be a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm gonna zone in and find where I place it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Graeme, do you have a definitive rating?
I would put this probably third in my season ranking.
Have we done this the same every week?
No, because you liked season 1 a whole lot more than I did.
Oh yeah, no, I did. No, that's fair. I did like season 1.
but then we took you down from your season 1 high.
Yes.
I need to be contained.
It's a recurring theme.
I know.
It's a recurring theme. Let's just tear down Rhiannon's enthusiasm.
I think if you can. No, I think that, to be honest, I think my problem is I either have love or not love. That's the simple. It's like seasons that I don't love as much as I love all of these. Like that's my two categories. But no, I think you might be right. In my head, I'm feeling third. Yes, we do. Oh my god. Oh no.
I would have let you in already. Gosha has been watching that, and she had to stop a few times through season 4, so she hated it. She was really
It's okay, Gosha.
She started to hate
We're
Buffy.
with you on that.
Yeah.
If she wants to,
Oh, I think she's got an essay written for you. She's got a whole thesis on
Well, you know what?
4.
At some point, we should totally go through Gosha's essay. Could we go through her essay for season 4? That would be great, because I don't
I'll get on to her to write.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to be crying.
I could even be really
for an
mean
hour.
and just tell her. I could tell her to write it in Polish as well to even torture these words.
Otherwise, if us three are sat here talking about season 4 for an hour, I think we're gonna it's gonna be difficult to say good things. I think I don't want it to just sound like we're having a massive bitch fest about season 4.
But everybody loves
that'll
a
be
good
another
bitch fest.
Yeah, it's true.
We're nerds on the internet. It's our job.
It's our birthright. Like, we put in the man out, or we put in the Slayer hours into being able to criticize this. Yeah, no, I think that I'm going to have to put it on the scale, season 4, but I'm going to put season 3 At third, I think you're right. I think it's third. Because I love the mayor.
Alena?
And actually, there are some great little what ifs.
Yes. I'm putting it after season 2, but before season 1, and I'll see how it moves towards the
How
end
it comes together.
of the Buffy,
I
the
think
Slayer of
we can
Vampires.
allow for I think we can all allow for some organic shifting here. I think this as well because it's amazing, and actually genuinely huge thank you as always, guys, because like getting to sit and talk about this with people who love this topic as much as I do is just a pure delight, and it actually does really make you think about it. You've got to kind of back yourself when you're saying I think this and why, and hearing your thoughts on it is just always a pleasure. So yeah,
Likewise.
I think you're right. Let's keep it reasonably flexible.
Yeah.
So is that everybody's ratings in? Is that all the ratings in? Is it?
What was
is that all
Grant?
everyone's ratings for the sea? Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
I was just going to say, I think that every time you watch it, you need to have that flexibility because, like you said, you're going to pick up on something different or something that hasn't resonated with you before. You're now at a different point in your life, and it does. So, yeah, my favourite season, 20 however many years ago when it aired, probably wouldn't be my favourite season now.
And I no longer fancy David Boreanaz, which, that one must... I mean, I still fancy Dark Willow, so maybe I haven't grown that much. But, I'm just a girl, like, There's only so much I could do.
Let's do at the end of season 7. Let's do who do we fancy the most from the entire show.
Yeah, that sounds like a great thing to sit and debate for an hour. I'm so down.
To see if there's one person we can all agree on as well. It would be interesting.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
With that,
I wonder. Maybe we have to come with a top trump card, like our reasons why.
Yeah.
And then we have to state our reasons why.
Well, and it's now time for me to spring on you you guys a surprise. As you know, with the guests, we do a quickfire round at the end. So I've prepared a quickfire all about season 3 for you guys.
Ooh, hooray!
So it's just fingers on the buzzers or just shout out the answer as you know them. So number 1, I can't believe I came up with this question. Giles and Joyce revert to teenagers in Band Candy. What 2 places do they confess to having done it on or in?
A police car twice. The hood of a police car twice.
You're half right. There's another one. Police car is right.
I'm half right. Oh, was there another area?
There's another one. There's another area there.
Yeah, where
Shall
is
I
it?
tell you?
Yeah, just tell us.
It's Giles's car.
Okay.
See, you were in
I'm
the
sad
right.
about that. I'm taking it personally. That's okay.
Right.
I'll get over it.
Okay, number 2. In the alternate reality of The Wish, what is Vampire Willow's pet name for Angel? Yep,
yes.
Correct.
Good times.
All right. Number 3. Before he ascends, what unusual food does Mayor Wilkins become obsessed with carrying around?
Other than the weird scorpion things.
If you need a clue, think of a famous Arnold Schwarzenegger quote. A word he says very funny.
Choppers.
I thought you might get it with that one, Graeme. No. Put the cookie down.
Yeah, it's the is it Toll House cookies? What is it? It's
Yeah.
Okay.
This one might be a bit difficult. What SAT score does Buffy get? I mean, I think it's really high, isn't it?
I can only hear Elle Woods in my head. That's not fair. It's like I can only hear Legally Blonde. That is not right. Oh my goodness, we're really not doing very well at this at all. To be fair, if I knew there was going to be a pop quiz, I probably would have studied.
Is it like 14 or something like that?
No.
You're almost there, Alena.
It's 14:30. Thank you.
Yes, there you go, Graeme.
Nice.
We did it together.
Well done.
What a team.
So, right, in the Zeppo, what is the highly suggestive name that Xander gives to his knife?
I was going to say...
Little Joss.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, Joss Whedon.
I think you have to tell us, Carl.
It's Katie.
Oh, I just hate
Okay.
him.
I'm getting that, Graeme. I'm getting that feeling I had on quiz night now. It's that warm feeling I had watching people struggle.
What was?
What is the main reason why Anya doesn't attend the graduation?
She's running away.
Nope.
This is so frustrating because I feel like it's just there around the corner, the answer, because I just watched it.
Yeah, it's like, this is what I mean. It's like, because I've not seen season 3 in a while, I feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
I give up.
Okay, she's terrified of death and massacres.
Right.
Yes. I would give Rhiannon the point for that. She does say that she ran away.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
I feel like she said she was scared, and so she was running away.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'll take half a point. Yeah.
She'd been at a previous ascension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she was like, last time this happened, she was like, bad news.
Not good. Yeah.
So when Wesley first attempts to comfort Giles after being fired by the council, what incredibly stiff and awkward thing does he do?
Exists. Don't know.
It's a pat on his shoulder that kind of awkwardly becomes a proper hug.
Okay.
All right. So, in The Wish, what detail about Giles's vampire fighting appearance does Cordelia immediately critique?
Probably his clothes. Is it his jacket?
Exactly.
Yes.
Just terrible fashion sense, basically, is the answer.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with that man's fashion
Number 9,
sense.
there's only... All right.
You're there, like, straightening your bow tie. I'll have you.
In fact, many men wear it really well, and more should do so.
Very good.
Yep.
Number 9, which character is mistaken for the second Slayer during Slayerfest 98?
Cordelia.
Yes, correct. Okay. When Willow briefly turns evil Vampire Willow into a good girl in Doppelganger Land, what does Vampire Willow try to organize? Oh, that's a really long question.
So I'm so sorry. Would you mind saying that again? I think I kind of missed part of it.
When evil Willow is turned into a good girl, what does the Vampire Willow try to organize?
Like a sleepover? Don't know.
Oh my god.
It's the May Festival Committee.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
That honestly doesn't even ring a bell. I think I was too distracted.
No. To be fair, this season feels like 3 seasons together somehow to me.
Yeah.
Because, she's evil and skanky and kind of gay. That is all I remember.
and that she's bored now.
Oh, well, there you go. So, yeah, I think I've tortured you quite a bit there with that. You can tell I write the annual quiz, Graeme,
I just
can't
feel
you?
sad. I feel sad because I wish I'd had a pop quiz for like season 1 and 2. I feel like I would have done better at season 2 than I have at season 3.
Yeah.
It's just since I've started doing this for a regular guest, I thought I might as well do it with you guys as well. So, to prepare for the next season.
Yeah, I will.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I will. No, because that means I have to watch season 4.
Yeah,
that means I have to watch season 4
and we're going to have to take notes on season 4 in detail.
No.
But maybe that's a good thing,
Carl,
because then we will be able to put together the good stuff, just sift through the bad and find a few gems.
This is literally it. I am one or the other. Like, what good stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Hostile 17,
In
there's
that
the
case,
good stuff.
we are all now... Yeah. The Hostile 17. That's it. Done. Yeah, okay. In which case, oh my God, we have to watch Beer Bad.
No, we don't. We can just pretend it doesn't exist.
It's like the worst episode of TV ever made. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying. No, okay. That means if we're all having to watch it, we all have to watch season 4.
Yes.
Some of it.
We
Should
all
we do a
have to
live
watch
watch
it,
along?
and
Just
I
so
might
we
have
can...
to
and
do
the
that.
challenge is to find at least 5 good things we like.
A whole
And it cannot be the
Oof,
grr art
Oh,
Hush!
it can't be the theme tune or the end. It's like, damn.
Hostile 17.
My favourite is the last episode because it's over. Yeah,
Alright.
Hush is good. Hush is good.
I mean,
Hostiles.
I
Well,
think
we'll get to
save
that.
that.
We'll save
Yeah,
it.
we'll get to
save
that.
it for
We're
another
not
time.
because we're almost starting to review it already. I think you're so desperate to get it out of the way. Just do it.
I would
All right.
be like, Hush.
No,
Hostile
we're
17.
going through it.
Done.
We're going through it all bit by bit in meticulous detail. Oh, don't you worry. All right, guys. Thanks very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed that. And
Always.
we'll be back very soon. And everyone out there, please like, listen, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff, leave reviews for us. And also, I've been looking at analytics, so tell us where in the world you're listening to us, because I'm quite curious. There's some interesting locations that flashed up on that map, and we would love to hear from people around the globe where you're listening into us. Just drop us a comment or send us a message wherever you can. We would love to hear from you. And with that, we'll see you all. I think it'll be quite a while before I subject you to season 4. From the sound of it, I think you need to plenty of time to prepare. And Christmas is coming, so you don't want to be doing that over Christmas. I'm not going to make you do that.
I point blank
Thank you.
refuse.
And I think it's got to be noted.
Let's start depressing January with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's
January blues.
And I've got to point this out, Alena. When we spoke to Jeff Pruitt about the stunts, he never mentioned season 4 once. He mentioned plenty of stuff about the other season. He didn't really talk, and I think that was the last season he was on the show. So I don't know, did it finish him off or what? We'll never got around to asking him that question that we didn't think to. Yeah.
He actually just forgot it happened because he had to live it in real time.
Yes, he saw all, not even in real time, he saw everything happen very slowly. All right, everyone, good night, and thanks for tuning in and listening, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.